welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Gigi with Gigi Loves Beauty 2, and I am back with another video. And as you can see from this background right here, when I have this setup right here going, girl, you know what time it is. It is time for another makeup collection video, and today I am going to be showing you guys my bronzers, this is the single ones now, single bronzers, highlighters, and blushes. So if you want to see what I have in those categories in my collection, just keep on watching. All right, y'all, so here are all of my single blushes, and go ahead and pause this video and see if you can guess how many that are in here. And are you ready for the number? Dun, 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 dun. I have 34 single blushes in here, and as you can see, almost half of them are from Milani. So I'm just going to take them out and show them to you, some close-ups. I don't have time to swatch any of them because we will be here all day, and I still have to show you my bronzers and highlighters. So anyway, here is the Anastasia Blush Trio in the shades Berry Adore. The only blush trio that I have from Anastasia. The Gigi Gorgeous Blush Duo. This is the only blush duo in Authentic and Pride. This came from IPSY. This is the e.l.f. This is actually a bronzer, but I use it as a blush because it's way too orange for me to use as a bronzer. It's in the shade Constantly Bronzed. It's a really pretty blush on me. It's primer infused, so it stays put. This is the Laura Geller Blush and Brighten Blush, which I can use as either a blush topper or a highlighter. And it is in the shade Tropic Hues. This is the Ciate London Marbled Light Blush in Dusk that came from BoxyCharm. Gorgeous. All the blushes I have are gorgeous. I love them all. This is the Note Cosmetics blush, also from BoxyCharm, in the shade Desert Rose. Beautiful warm tone blush. This right here is a blush and highlighter duo from Ulta Beauty. It is in the shades Fresh Glow and Nude Pink, and as you can tell, I have used the mess out of this, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to find this anymore. This is such a pretty blush and highlighter combo. I've worn it on my eyes multiple times. I've worn it on my face. It's absolutely gorgeous. I have LA Girl blush in Just Playful. Sorry, very nice pinky. Yeah, there we go. Now you can see the shade. Very nice pinky shade. I have two blushes from The Balm, and these are the In Stain blushes. This one is in, this is the Spring blush in the shade Houndstooth. I don't know if you can see that. My lighting is probably drowning that out, but that's that shade there. And then this one is in the shade Swiss Dot, which this is actually the one that I'm wearing on my face today. I'm actually wearing this on my face today with another blush as a topper, which I will show you when I get to it. I have the Hourglass Dim Infusion Ambient Lighting Blush. Gorgeous. Got this in either BoxyCharm or Boxy Premium. I have the NARS blush in Dolce Vita, which looks like that. Gorgeous. I gotta stop saying that because they're all gorgeous. I have the Maybelline Fit Me blush in the shade Wine, which looks like that. I have this blush right here by Shayna B Miami, which I got from one of my IPSY bags. It is in the shade Brick Hell. Just like that. Sorry, I'm trying to move fast. I have a Steve Laurent blush. Also got this from one of my IPSY bags in the shade I'm Blushing. Looks like that. Okay, this right here is actually a foundation powder from Milani, but I use this as a blush because it's too dark for me to use as a bronzer. This is in the shade Earth Glow. I don't know if they sell this anymore, but Again, I use this as a blush, and it is a beautiful, deeper blush on me. I have these blushes from Ulta. I love Ulta's blushes. This one is the shade Pink Smoke. I just showed this in my last video. This is one of my favorite ones. This one is in Flamingo. Sorry. This one is in Flamingo. This one is in Sweet as Honey. Sorry, it's upside down. Sweet as Honey. There. This one is in Peach Swirl. This one actually has a sheen to it, if you can see that. And it's called Peach Swirl. And last but not least, this is like the more purpley berry one, and it is called Retro Rose. And it looks like that also has a sheen to it. And these are all of my Milani blushes. I think I have almost every single shade except for a few, because there are a couple of shades that are too light for me. But these are Milani baked blushes, and I absolutely adore these. So let's start going through these. So I have this one in Bella Rose. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I don't ever use these little brushes that come with these, but I keep them in here. I have a Petal Primavera. This one is in Bellissimo Bronze, and this is the one that I'm wearing over top of the, I'm wearing this over top of the Balm blush as a blush topper. This one is in the shade Luminoso. Cult Classic Blush. Here, let me put those to the side because those are brand new. This one, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. This one is actually in the shade Bella Bellini. And this one is Luminoso. This is a little bit warmer. I have a little mini Luminoso. I have one of their matte blushes in Romantic Rose. This one is in the shade Red Vino. This one is so super pigmented. I have to use a very light hand when I use that. This one is my favorite shade, Rose Dior, which looks like that. This one is Sunset Passion. This one is Coralina. And all three of these are the same shade. These are all Rose Dior, because this is my favorite shade in this blush. No, you guys, I take that back. Two of these are Rose Dior. These two are Rose Dior, unopened. This one is in Bellissimo Bronze. This is my other favorite shade. Okay, so now that I've gone through all of the blushes, now let me show you my highlighters and bronzers. Okay guys, so here are all my highlighters and bronzers, and what I'm gonna do is, because I don't have a whole lot of single bronzers, I'm gonna just take them out of here so that I can go over them with you. Okay, so these are all of the powders that I use for single bronzer. So I'm gonna start over here. This right here is the Milani. Sorry, this is the Milani, if I can get it to focus. This is a Milani pressed powder in the shade Pecan, which is got a sticker on it because this is in my project pan. I have hit pan on this one. These two are the same. They are just backups of this because it is perfection. I have the Wet n Wild contour palette in the shade Caramel Toffee, which just looks like this. A contour shade and a highlighting shade. Love to use this on my like no makeup days. And these two are just extra backups of that. I have the Bare Minerals foundation powder in the shade Cappuccino, which looks like this. And this is a brand new one, same shade Cappuccino. I have a Wet n Wild bronzer. This is in the shade What the Shady Beach Is. I have the Anastasia bronzer in the shade Cappuccino. Just looks like that. I forgot to pull this one out. I have Miss Fenty. This is the bronzer in Caramel Cutie, which I use to bronze my nose. Looks like that. And then last but not least, for my bronzer and contour are these foundation powders, which I just showed in my last video. This is the L'Oreal True Match Foundation Powder in the shade C8. And I have 2 more brand new ones ready to go. Here are all of my single highlighters. Go ahead and once again pause this video, see if you can guess how many single highlighters are in here. And are you ready for the number on this? Dun, da, da, dun. It is actually the same as my blushes. There are 34 single highlighters in here. So let me go ahead and show you what I got. We're gonna start with Miss Fenty. Of course, I have the iconic Trophy Wife highlighter. I have another, these are only 2 highlighters I have from Fenty. This one is in, sorry, my lighting is just rounding this out, but this is in Hustler Baby. See if I turn my lighting down, it'll probably help a little bit, right? Yeah, I think that'll help a little bit if I turn it down. Yeah, Hustler Baby. This is a pretty vulgar highlighter in the shade Shimmering Swan. I have the Nabla Skin Glazing Powder in the shade Lucent Jungle, which is gold. And it looks just like that. My favorite color of highlighter. I also have a mini matchstick by Fenty Beauty. This is in the shade Cinnamon. I'm not a huge fan. This came in a set with a lip gloss. Here, I'll swatch it for you really quick so you can see it. It is pretty. I'm just not a huge fan of like cream and stick products, but I will figure out a way to use this so that I don't waste it. I have 2 mini Artist Couture loose highlighters here. This one is in Conceited. This one is in Yes. And then I also have a full-size Artist Couture highlighter in the shade Purple Dream that came from BoxyCharm. I'm not gonna open these are super messy. I'll get a mess everywhere. I have 3 highlighters here from Becca. This one, my favorite, this one's in Chocolate Geode. This one is in Prosecco Pop. And this one is in Bronzed Amber. I have a highlighter here from Essence. This is the Pure Nude highlighter in Be My Sunlight. Just looks like that. Beautiful, gorgeous, everyday type of highlighter if you are not going for like extra bling. I have all of my Maybelline Master Chrome highlighters, and these are some of my favorite drugstore highlighters. So I have, this one is in Molten Rose Gold. This one is in Molten Gold, which is my favorite. This one is a collab with Nikki Tutorials. Yes, this is a special shade that is a collab with Nikki Tutorials, and I'll just open it. I'll open it and show you that one. Now this looks like it will probably be too icy for me, but it is really beautiful. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful highlighter. We also have Molten Peach. And last but not least, Molten Topaz. Okay, this is a newer highlighter to my collection. This is the Laura Geller highlighter in Gilded Honey. I'm actually wearing this on my face today. Looks like that. Gold highlighters are some of my favorites. This one right here is another Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter. This is a limited edition. I don't think they sell this anymore. It's a chrome highlight in the shade Knockout. It is a collaboration with Puma. But this one is also very gorgeous. It's almost like a duo chrome highlighter. I have this one here by Lunar Beauty. It's the Moon Prism powder in the shade Venus. beautiful. I have two Ofra highlighters, single highlighters here. This one is in Star Island, which it looks kind of icy, but again, it's not that icy on me. It's beautiful. And then this one is a Nikki Tutorials collab. This one is in Glow Goals, which looks like that. I have the I have the Becca, Chloe, and Malika collab highlighter. And I keep it in the box because it is these highlighters here and it's really messy and I don't want it to like get all over the place. But it's these little like letters and you swirl your brush around in here and it creates like a custom highlight. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna put the foam back in here for that. I don't really use this that often. I might end up decluttering this, but I got it because it was on clearance, and yeah, there's that. Anyway, let me show you all of my Wet n Wild highlighters. These are all from Wet n Wild. All of these are from Wet n Wild as well. So I have Awesome Blossom. I'm not gonna open up and take them too long. I have this limited edition silver shade right here in Diamond Lily. I have Precious Petals. I have Blossom Glow. We have Crown of My Canopy. And also Bloom Time. And then I also have these two Wet n Wild Hello Halo Blush Lighter Duos. This one is in After Sex Glow, and this one is in Highlight Bling. I have, these are new additions to my collection. These are from Netty Bird Cosmetics. This one is in Mint Julep, which is a beautiful green highlight. And this one is in Golden Hour, right there. And last but not least, I have my Milani Intense Bronze Glow Face and Body Illuminizer, and this thing is huge, and that is that highlighter right there. So yes, these are all of the products. These are all my bronzers, blushes, and highlighters single. All right, everyone, that is a wrap for this video. I hope that you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. And before I go, of course, I'm going to share with you some of the products that I use right here to create this makeup look that is on my face. So let's start with the palettes. Today, I used these two palettes here. I used the Juvia's Place Zulu palette once again, and I also used the Huda Beauty Topaz Obsessions palette. I used these three shades here. This one in my crease, this orange shade in my crease, this one in my inner corner, this one in my outer corner. And I only used one shade from here, from the Huda palette, and it was, no, actually I used two shades, I'm sorry. I used this shade and this shade right here on my cut crease, right there, to blend them in. The lashes that I'm wearing are the Ardell Demi Wispies. Love these lashes. And for foundation, I wanted to share with you guys the foundation that I'm wearing today because I purchased this foundation a couple of months ago, and I haven't really been wearing it because I haven't really figured out how to make it work for me. But I think today I finally like the way that it looks, and it is the Too Faced Born This Way Undetectable Medium to Full Coverage Foundation. The shade that I have is the shade Brulee. Now, I purchased this foundation in the wrong shade. I had to return it, so I went to Sephora. This is, of course, before when you can still go back into the store, and I was matched to this shade right here. I tried it once. I tried it with the Too Faced powder. I had a Too Faced setting powder, and it was way too like orange and yellow on my skin. But I found that the way that I need to set this foundation to make it work for me is set it with a translucent powder. And so I used this. I used the Derma Blend loose setting powder, and this is just the translucent powder. This is the original one. This is the original translucent powder, and I use this all over my face. I normally do not use a clear translucent powder all over my face. You guys know when I do my makeup, if you've seen my lives or if you've seen any of the products that I talk about, the powders that I choose to set my face, they always have a color to them. But with this foundation, if I put a powder over top of this foundation that has a color, it looks too orange. So this right here is a perfect match. I mean, it looks beautiful. I finally figured out how to make this foundation work for me, and now I think I like it. So I am going to be using this. I am finally a fan of a higher end foundation. Y'all know I ride or die for my drugstores, but I finally found a higher end prestige brand foundation that works and does not break me out. Anyway, for my lip combo, last but not least, my lip combo are these three products, which are the Revlon Color Stay Lip Liner in the shade Chocolate. My favorite lip liner to use if I'm going for a warm look. My lipstick that is in my project pan, which is the L'Oreal Color Riche lipstick in the shade 857 Sunwash. And also I topped it with this Bite Beauty lip gloss, cream lip gloss in the shade Bronze Pearl. So that is a wrap for this video. Thank you again so much for watching. If you are new here and you have not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. All of my returning subscribers, thank you so much for continuing to support your girl. I'm trying to keep the content coming, filming my makeup collection along with the other videos that I have planned to film. And again, thank you so much for watching. I love all of you guys, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.